So a few months ago, I heard one piece of game-changing career advice that honestly flipped a switch for me. Stop choosing a career that's difficult and start choosing a career that builds on your natural tendencies and strengths. At first I was like, don't we all know that? But then I kept watching the video by Laura Sims, a career coach whose work I've been following for a while now, and she said something that really stuck with me. Some skills can actually be weaknesses. And ever since then, I keep coming back to that advice. Nowadays, there's this emphasis on skill building because we have access to all of these online courses, AI, and so much information at our fingertips. We think that if we just acquire more skills, then we can advance in our careers and our businesses, what have you, and become successful. But what if we're focusing on the wrong thing? And this is where I pull in my laptop because I need an outline. So in the training video, it's called How High Achieving Women Can Build Careers That Actually Feel Good. Laura talks about how a lot of women are in careers that prove their worth instead of honor their gifts. She says, many women are taught their value comes from being the most competent person in the room. If I'm not struggling, it doesn't count. And that hit me. Not because I'm the most high-achieving, ambitious woman out there, but because how many of us are stuck in jobs that we hate or relationships that are not right for us because we are taught that these things are supposed to be hard. And I'm sure there's someone out there who's watching this and thinking, well, do you expect me to just quit my job in this economy? No, that is not what I'm saying. But I am of the belief that you can get creative and still build towards what you want without giving up immediate security. Laura's whole thesis is when you stop performing worthiness and start designing a career around ease, everything changes. And the way you start doing that is by knowing the difference between your skills and your strengths. It's pretty simple. A skill is an activity that you excel at, whereas a strength is an activity that makes you feel strong, even if you're not good at it yet. And Laura credits researcher Marcus Buckingham, whose work she borrows from, for that definition. She says that skills that you excel at but drain you are the areas where you'd want to shift into actions and activities that make you feel strong. This hit way too close to home for me. When I got into content and video production, I thought I had to learn everything from editing to videography, even podcast production, and just so many other areas of the digital media space.
And before all of that, web design, graphic design, UI design, I did like a UI design boot camp as well.
Yeah, I got good at some of it, but a lot of it drained me. And I think you really have to ask yourself at some point, what are the day-to-day tasks that you're gonna focus on? And do these day-to-day tasks actually energize you? There's actually a Bible verse that comes to mind from Romans 12. If your gift is to encourage others, be encouraging. If it is giving, give generously. If God has given you leadership ability, take the responsibility seriously. And if you have a gift for showing kindness to others, do it gladly. Stop overcomplicating your work and focus on what strengths and abilities you already have, period. I'm good at encouraging, so why don't I just encourage people? Do I have to make a huge production out of it? These days, I find myself getting a lot of inquiries for video editing, which is what I've been doing for the past few years. Freelance editing, freelance videography. And I think it's funny because editing is actually part of the process that exhausts me the most. And yet I find myself doing more and more jobs as an editor. And it doesn't make me feel strong. Even if I'm competent at it, I don't feel strong doing it. But my point is, I kept thinking that, if I just keep building my portfolio, if I just keep building these skills, I'll finally get the recognition I want. But all it did was burn me out. And I just kept adding more projects to my portfolio, but not really getting where I wanted to be. So when I'm feeling burnt out, sometimes I feel like maybe I'm just lazy and I can't get through some of these day-to-day tasks because I'm just not ambitious enough or XYZ enough. But I realized that I'm not afraid of hard work, but I am afraid of working hard for the wrong thing. Like with this YouTube channel, I would say that vlogs don't really make me feel strong. Like, it's not the type of content that actually makes me feel like energized. I actually feel more confident when I have some structure that I'm working with. It's not that I'm not ever gonna post any more vlogs, but I prefer having an outline, knowing a little bit of what the structure is and what message I want to share with the viewers. Like, I love a sketch. I love an advice video. Improvising, not so much. The same applies to my spiritual life as well. I'm just giving you some examples. I serve on the welcome team, the greeting team at church, and I'm coming to accept that I may have been serving in the wrong ministry for the past 2 to 3 years or so. If you know me, you know that I have to recharge my social batteries just thinking about having prolonged social interactions. So yeah, hospitality, not one of my giftings. Or even with exercising, for example, I want to focus on my strengths. I've tried running, I can do it, but I don't get a runner's high, never have, probably never will, and I'm not energized by it. But cycling, different story. Still a beginner, but it makes me feel good. So to just kind of wrap things up here, stop focusing so much on your skills and start focusing more on your strengths. These are some questions to ask yourself. What day-to-day tasks drain you, even if you're good at them? What activities energize you or make you feel strong, even if you're not the best at those things yet? And last but not least, where are you chasing worth instead of ease? I'll leave a link to Laura's career advice training video below, as well as some other resources that I've found helpful. And yeah, hopefully this encourages you to rethink how you're approaching or building your career, especially if you're considering a pivot or you feel like you're being pulled in a new direction, or you just want to be doing something more meaningful with the gifts that you've been given. Because honestly, life's too short to be good at things that make you miserable, and to keep your gifts to yourself. So that's it. Bye for now.